Right, I want to explain to you a little error that I've just discovered, and I didn't know it because I'm not paying any attention. Right, so I've drawn this 15mm gap in all the way around, 15 off there that way, 15 off there that way, and I have determined off this drawing, which is based off this drawing, so we're getting little accumulations of error, but it's fine. As long as these datum points are in, you'll always, whatever you draw that way, it'll always be somewhere within that thickness of that line and the error of your eye. Okay, so what I've just done, I've got this distance. It says 400 from wall. Okay, can you see it? It says 400 from wall. Can you see that mark? Right. It's this line here. 400. It's the front of this unit without the doors and the drawers. It shows it. I'm trying to develop these curves and everything. Okay, so I'm trying to develop this curve. This is what I'm after. I'm after this curve here. And I've just found a mistake, not on this drawing and not on that drawing. It's a mistake in some of your drawing tools you've got to be aware of. And here is this mistake. I initially went 400 like I showed you, and I got an error. Can you see it? It's very, very small. It's within like a tolerance. Errors in tolerance. You rub it out, right? Make sure you rub it out. Make it red. Rub it out, you know, with a pen. So I measured 400 again. I measured it from the back of the wall, from this line, 400, right? And because the drawing, I'm moving the drawing around, I did it again, 400, and I got it there, look, and I confirmed it again by doing it twice. I've done it twice. There's your cut twice and measure once thing, you know, the one you're not supposed to do. And here's the B-locks. All right, here's the B-locks. Look, I've got two separate lines now. Didn't know which one was which. What had happened, instead of using that ruler, I picked this one up. And instead of doing it, I just used the wrong number. Can you see? I put that there. And instead of doing it to that 400, I didn't see it. I picked that one. Can you see it? There's an accumulation of error because there's two scales on this ruler. And they're both identical in centimetres, but they just start in a different place because Chinese and Japanese use these different tools. They use it in a different way. There's a 0 here, okay, from that point, and that's 400 there. That's on that top scale. But they start at 0 there, look, on this ruler. I don't know whether it's on everyone, I need to check. Crap, my hair's falling out. I've got cancer or something. Okay, there's a 0 there. And this distance that you see here is accumulated. And there's two scales, there's two 400, two 350s, and so on and so on. If you're not paying attention, you'll do what I just did. So pay attention to these rulers, okay? Have a look. Yep, that one's got it. So the disease is on this side. Be careful. I didn't notice. I've just noticed it now. Okay, I just use them as a ruler. I don't use them how the Japanese use them. Because what they do, they put it down the edge like that, and they're supposed to be flexible. They're supposed to be able to flex it down the side of a beam or whatever. And then they use that as your square. You put it down there and they bend it. They put it off the table to bend it. You see, well, they flex it with the fingers. But these are not bendable ones. I bought these specifically so they wouldn't bend. I don't want them to bend. I want them to stay. Look, that bends. That's what theirs do. They're really thin like that. I don't want that. I want thick rulers. You see, thick. They've got structure in them. Right? When you bend it, it's useless. You can't do anything. You'll have a bit straighten it back, and you'll get an accumulation. In fact, the drop in the when you string a line it and you drop it, measure it. It's so minuscule over a certain length. You can forget about it. Let's have a look. Don't go off on a tangent. Right, so now I've got two lines and that one's wrong. So, don't Tipp-Ex it, or whatever. You did a mistake, make sure you admit to it, okay? So, grab hold of it and biggle it out. Forget about it. It's there, you know you made it. It'll remind you all the time, forever, that line will say to you, you did that. Own up to it. Own up to what you done. Own up. Be a man or a woman, you know, and own up to your mistakes. It'll show you to pay attention. You know, I didn't pay attention. My brain was going thinking about something else. It was starting to smell like a monkey's armpit, you know, like my armpit in here. Because I had the door closed, because it's absolutely freezing out there. You don't want to go out there. It's freezing, that's why I'm wrapped up. And I've got brittle bones and all that other stuff, you know, a lot of good stuff. And I don't want my bone marrow and what have you to freeze to death. So I wrap up. I've got 15 pairs of long johns on, you know, and I've nicked a polar bear off an Eskimo, and I've wore that as well. Right, I'm showing you the portability of this paper. I can't reach there, right? I can't draw that line. I can't reach it, but I've drawn it to the centre for a reason. Because what I can do is I can bring it this way, stick my ruler across, and I've just got the check line, and I know where it is. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ruler there and draw that line, okay? And then, or whatever, I can do it this way. I'm spinning the paper. Look, it's versatile. You can do this. You can do that. You can draw it that way, there to there, and then move the paper over and go from there to there, okay? You can do what you want. This paper's yours. You can do this, and you can do that, and you can fold it in half if you want, but you don't do that. Please don't fold it in half. You'll get a crease in it. It'll never go out. Don't do it. Don't do that, what I've done. Can you see? Before I had the drawing board, I did that, and it's creased, and that's it. You can't dimension off of that, okay? The error is so great, you'll never be able to tell that. But what we'll do, this will get taken off this, and it will be rolled up, and it'll be put away. All the work that I've done will not be, it'll never be destroyed. That's work. You don't destroy your work. Don't throw your paper, don't throw your records away. The stuff that you did, you spent hours. Look at this drawing. Look how long, can you imagine how long it took to do this drawing? Can you do it? Can you do it? Hey, do the drawing, don't throw it away, keep it. You want to keep it, love it, whatever. All right, so I put the datum in, I've done all the bloody blah blah, and now I'm gonna draw this. I'm gonna generate that because I'm making a jig. Right, so I've worked out some jigs to do these round barrel bits, and I don't want to make the mistake that I made upstairs when I was doing the one that exists now. That's been uploaded onto the system. This is getting uploaded today, this one, so you'll see it straight away with all the rest of the. If you're going on and you're looking and you're getting interested, you think, oh wow, look at this one. How can I work this out? How can I make something like this? This is how you make it. This is how you do it. You do whatever you have to do. If you've got to draw 50 drawings to work it out, I could be making it. You know, I could be trying to make it, hack it, but I don't want to. I want to show you. I want to show viewers. You know, I want to build up a base of people who not had any training, or they had training and they've forgotten how to do it. You know, people do forget, and they want to do it again. I mean, I got started to get interested in it again because I was watching, you know, the shipwright guy, Louis, I can't pronounce his name, I'm sorry. And I just went through back one of his videos. It got pushed out to me, and it was the one where he's got his drawing board, and he's got this little boat. He's got this little model. He's so incredible. He made this little model boat. That's all he's got. There's no table of offsets and nothing. He's just got this little model boat, and he wants to make it. You know, he wants to make a big one for people to sit in, not for those little microns that go sailing. You know, it's for the big people. And he makes this boat from this little model. He draws it out, and he does it. It's fantastic. And he's got these lead weights. You know, he's got weights everywhere that he uses. I use them, but he's got these little lead weights with a little hook on it. It's amazing, and he moves it around and he sticks a hook there. I don't know what he uses them for, but I'm just weighing stuff down. But they've got little hooks on. They're like fish. They look like a fish. And they've got a hook on them. They're amazing. I've seen some other people with them as well. There's some other YouTubers as well with them. They're really good. You know, I love YouTube. You know, I love the serious people in YouTube. I'm not talking about, oh, never mind. I'm talking about serious people now. I'm not talking about jingly jangly glittery boys and girls. Not them. Making up the nails and putting eyeliner in and you know. I'm talking about them. I've got nothing against them. They keep to their stuff and I'll keep to my stuff. This is serious stuff. It's serious. It's a real thing about to be created. Okay? It's serious things. The people who I want to be, you know, I want to associate, I want people to be, you know, mindful and be careful and think about things. Develop your brain. I'm developing my brain as I'm drawing this. My brain is being redeveloped because I'm picking up those skills that I've lost. I lost them to 3D CAD system. I lost all my skills, drawing skills, to a 3D CAD system. And it's too easy to make mistakes in 3D CAD. It's terrible making mistakes on a line drawing, okay? Look at this. I made a mistake. It's so not that much out, you know. And I got an accumulation of error on this side, and I made the mistake there as well. I've cut a piece of wood wrong. Oh, I don't even want to show you. I'm so bloody ashamed of it. I'm ashamed of cutting a piece of wood 1 millimetre too in the wrong place, and I've got over there. When I marked it, I must have moved the ruler or something, and it dragged a line. I have actually dragged a line 1 millimetre away from that one and cut it to that. I physically cut it, and I'm so upset. I'm upset because I cut a line wrong. I cut one of them. I cut one of them wrong. And it's abysmal, you can see it. You know, I don't want to make it again because this piece of wood took 2-3 days to make. This little piece of wood took 2 or 3 days. You know, these bits of wood are going to take me days and weeks and months to come. They're not something that I want to rush. You know, the thing that I want to rush is put the central heating pipes in today. That's the thing I want to rush, and I'll break off as soon as everybody wakes up. And I'm not cold coffee because I forgot to do it. Slurp. But I've got to go do central heating pipes. We've got to turn the heating on. It's freezing now. It's already the temperature dropped from 22 in the summer in the house to 19, and it's already starting. We can't take it because everybody in this house has got some disability or some problem, so we can't take the cold. We're Asian. We can't take the cold. We can take the heat. You know, we can boil, but we can't freeze. Just can't handle it. We can't hack it. So that's it. Now, what I'm drawing, if you don't understand, I want to develop this plate here, okay, that one, and I want to develop that plate there, that one. I want to develop this plate here, which is actually a rectangular frame with a middle missing out because it's the draw frame. It's where the draw slides on. The draw is this bit, and it's going to slide on here on a PTFE bearing. If you don't know what PTFE is, I'll show you. Oh, you're dropping my battery pack. I knew I was going to drop this. When I put this there, I tested it. When I put that there, I said to me, I'm going to drop it there. Like I dropped that on my foot, and that's razor sharp. Okay. PTFE, known to other people as Teflon product. They line your pots and pans with it, and this is slippy stuff. Okay, it's one of the slippiest substances that man has. Apart from graphite, you know, this stuff, that's slippy. If you look at diamonds and stuff, and you look at your old geology and stuff, if you can remember it, I can't. I can remember bits. Okay, this is PTFE, and I have different thicknesses of PTFE. I've got them in that filing cabinet. It's not a filing cabinet. It's full of material. It's full of precious materials. It's full of stuff like this round the back. The stainless steel sheets, just in there, the little white thing at the back. That's stainless steel sheet, never been used. It's lined. It's still got the protection on it. There's about 6 of them in there, and the big ones, they hide in there, and there's a little gap. This is full of PTFE rods and stuff, and plastic, and there's all sorts in there. Backup tapes and things from when you used to use tapes for backing up onto computer systems. You know, all that stuff, all the good stuff, all the old stuff. So what happens is there's going to be I'm determined. This drawer may have an error in it, so I've allowed plenty of room for the errors to accumulate inside this drawer. I have not critically locked this drawer. I've allowed this much play inside this drawer because I don't know what this frame will end up like. This frame, when I make it, may not be flat. It's never going to be flat. Nobody can make an absolutely flat thing. I might have an accumulation of an error up there. It might look like that. It might look like that line that's sloping. That says I could hatch all this out. I'm not going to because it takes time. So I just draw that. That's a piece of wood, okay? You're looking at a piece of wood. You're looking at a piece of wood. You're looking at a piece of wood. That shows you're looking at a piece of wood. Here's one individual piece of wood. Here's another individual piece of wood, right? And here's another piece of wood. And inside, between that piece of wood, that actually spans from there to there. At some point it does. But it's got cutouts in it. It's got a flap. There's a drawer there. There's a door that flaps up. Yeah? I'll explain it all to you anyway. So this drawer that I'm talking about, it's going to be lined with the PTFE. Imagine I cut a little piece of that out. A wedge. and I place 2 or 3 along there, and the bottom of the drawer, the wood, instead of rubbing wood to wood, I've left that gap, and this PTFE is not going to, it's just going to slide on that PTFE, and it'll eat into it and rub into it, but it won't be rubbing into this wooden frame. That's my reference. This can be unstuck. You can drill holes in it and screw it down. You can screw it down. It's machinable, right? There's all different thicknesses. You buy this online. There's plastics places. I just bought a shed load of it. When it were cheap and I could afford it, I just bought a load. I didn't buy one little piece. I bought a lot, all different sizes. There's all different sizes in there. Thicknesses like this, there's rods like that. This stuff, when it burns, is very dangerous, so be careful. It gives off a nasty gas. You don't want to be around when PTFE burns. It's got some name, I can't remember. Poly something or other. Never mind, I can't remember. Tetraflor or something. What's it do? It gives off, is it hydrofluoric acid? I don't know. There's a rubber and stuff that burns, it gives off hydrofluoric acid, especially in cars. When you, okay, this little safety thing, when rubber in cars, you know that thing that goes around the outside, it used to, I don't know whether it's still true, the rubber trim that goes around when you close your door and it makes that door seal, right? It makes that door seal, that stuff, when that burns, don't touch it, whatever you do. If you go to a car and that's that rubber there, and if it's the wrong material, if it's the one I'm thinking of, and it's been burnt, and you see a burnt crispy bit on it, do not touch it. It's hydrofluoric acid, okay? That stuff eats through, you know, nearly everything. So, if once it gets into you, I think you die. So be careful. I don't know the true thing of it, about what happens when you get something go into you, but you've got to be careful. You get some phenol liquid on the back of your hand and it's just covering your hand, you're finished if the antidote's not there. So don't do it. Don't do these silly things. Things kill you. Things can kill you. So be careful. Okay. Right. You know, there's liquids that make phosgene gas, so you'll be careful if it burns. You don't want to be anywhere near it. I won't tell you what it's called, but it does. So be careful. All the war gases were developed from all these stuff. Everything goes back to war, okay? Be careful touching these materials. Some materials are deadly. It looks innocent and it's deadly. Alright, that's enough of this one. That's 17 minutes.